Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, ladies and guys. So I just started recording. I'm like, it still sounds echoey. What have I done? And then I realised when I went for my photo shoot with Kimmy, I took my microphone and I've obviously, fat fingers me, pressed something and it's knocked everything off my mic. Anyway, I've just worked out. I had the echo on really loud. So at least this microphone's really good and it has different functions on it. But I need simple. I don't need all these functions, like even recording this, the software that I use, there's that many different icons. Like I'm there going on ChatGPT just to try and use it. This is the good thing. I wish ChatGPT was around years ago, because any solution to anything, like I don't even go on Google anymore, because if you go on Google, you get lots of random rubbish coming up on your phone. And I feel like it's out of date. But if you go on ChatGPT, ask it, and it can literally talk you through anything. But today I wanted to talk about how to change your energy quickly. Because it's so easy to be in such a state or such a lull that you're like, I need to change my energy. Last week was so busy. I was so peopled out. I did so many things last week. But this week, I'm on a more chill week. And this morning I had a client change, so my friend had messaged about going to the gym. So I was like, and I need to go and do my shopping. So I was like, let's go, first thing. So I went to the gym, come back, done my shopping. And it just made my energy change rapidly. We're both business owners. She had to get back for a client. I just stayed in, did some extra leg work. Not like it took me literally a week from last Saturday to be able to walk. So I was like, this is the thing, you want to go to the gym 3 times a week. How are you meant to do that when you are in pain? This is the thing. But obviously the first few times when you do go back to the gym, you do feel the DOMS. So it's about that repetition. And even though I'm working out at home, I was pushing heavy weights. So we did some sets together on our own arms, which is good because we'll feel it. But I've also got to remember about my pain. I don't want to trigger anything. But we can really change our energy. And for me, it's always fitness. Because we can wake up feeling heavy, overwhelmed, just not quite ourselves. And what I've learned over the years is your energy can change much quicker than you think. Sometimes in minutes. As soon as I walk through that gym door, my energy is more positive because I know I've got that time for me. And I'm just chilled after, and I'm not rushing around. And sometimes we just need that time out, especially if we're parents and we're just running around everywhere. Sometimes we don't want to go to the gym. And we've always got things to do, then go to the gym. But I know once I move my body, my whole mindset shifts. Exercise clears my mind. It changes my mood. And suddenly I feel more positive and focused. And it wants me to eat well. So I came home and had a nice lunch. So I didn't have breakfast, did a bit of fasting this morning. And I had a nice lunch when I got back. I had an early lunch. So I don't govern my time with food. I do try and do a bit of fasting in the morning, which helps my sugar levels. And if I want dinner a bit early, I have it a bit early. Instead of thinking, I need breakfast at this time and that time and tea time. We're all different. How can we start shifting our energy? Move your body. It's one of the fastest ways to change your state. Even if you're working at home, go on YouTube and put a YouTube exercise. No, there's something for everybody. Even if you're not fit or in a wheelchair, you sat down, you can see it. Even it's just getting a tin of beans and moving them over your head. Doing a walk on your lunch, stretching, dancing. I love dancing in my kitchen. Just them quick workouts. Because when you move your body, you literally change the chemistry in your brain. And for me, the gym is where I clear my mind. I like the gym because I like to be out of my house, so I'm not getting distracted or I'm not thinking about cleaning, I can hear the dryer. If I go to the gym, I've got music on, there's different equipment, and there's other people in there. And if I go with my friend, then there's somebody to work out with. I tend to go on my own most of the time because I can just get on with what I'm getting on with. And you don't have to worry about other people. And I put a post out before is, go and get a gym induction if you're not sure what to do. Invest in some PT section if you can afford it. Go online, got ChatGPT now, do some research. Because there's so much free information out there to look at what we can do. Like, what works for us, what excites you. We know what we enjoy when we go to the gym. We know what we struggle with. We all know our positives and weaknesses, but we can always improve on that. I see people that come into the gym that would never ever do classes, but they are doing classes now. Then we'll go into gratitude. I know I spoke about it on the last episode. But just focus on the gratitude. Because when you start listing things that you're grateful for, your brain naturally shifts away from stress and towards appreciation. And it could be your health, your children, the business, opportunities that you've got coming. I have events coming up, so I'm really excited and really grateful that people have signed up, people are coming. Just things that you've got going on. They might not feel like a lot, but they could be more than the next person. We don't realise sometimes how gratitude can look. Even it's just, I'm grateful for having the energy and the time to go to the gym. We can look at doing one small positive action. So if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, don't think about everything. Just do one thing. Just go for the walk. Do the workout. Send the email. I have like life admin with to-do lists. I write them down and then I get through them. And sometimes we just feel better for doing those. Then we need to protect our energy because sometimes changing your energy means being mindful of what you're consuming. And that might mean stepping away from negative conversations, limiting social media, or choosing content that lifts you up. Because your energy is so valuable. So it's finding new podcasts. I'm always finding new podcasts just to submerge myself in because it just makes me feel better. I think sometimes it's just about checking in with ourselves, isn't it? And just giving ourselves a little bit of a head bobble. And we're always realigning. And I say this all the time about aligning ourselves and our values and what we stand for. Because things change, life changes, relationships change. We can just have an epiphany and be like, no, I'm not doing that. Things can just change overnight because a relationship can change and you have that awakening and so many things happen throughout the week that we can just pivot what we're doing. We're always changing things all the time. My business has just led on to like doing I do my salon and then I've got my podcasting and self-publishing and I teach self-development and manifesting and I wrote my book. But I'm also doing a lot of advocacy work for my son and doing that. So I'm going to move into a little bit more of that and how I can help and spread that awareness because I have women contacting me all the time that they're going to go for genetic testing. Another article has come out today for my son in Lancs Live. So I think it's just, looking at what you're doing and it all encompasses in what I do, busy mums. So busy mums aren't just like here to manifest. We've got children and we want to, we've got things going on and I cover the SEN side of parenting because I've got the experience and it's just my life. I feel like it was just meant to be. And once we start embracing that and stop avoiding that, I feel like we can just change what we do. And I feel like if our business and what we're doing on a day-to-day gives us satisfaction, I think it just changes our vibe and just moves our energy up a little bit. Our energy just affects how we think, how we feel, and how we show up in our life. Because if we're feeling low, we might not want to get dressed, we might not want to put makeup on. I'm indulging in my self-care at the minute and my face. And I'm like, no, this is my month. It's a month before, I'm coming up to my birthday. So I want to look after me. I want to like last year I was like, right, I don't want to be that weight next year. I want to be slimmer. And then this year, I was determined I was not going to be the weight I was by the time I got to 45. I was just like, I need to get this under control. And I would not do the things that I do now if my weight was holding me back. And people say, well, it shouldn't hold you back, but it does. We can all agree that certain aspects of us can hold us back. And I have women say, oh, I embrace my weight. But half them women are yo-yo dieters, because I know a lot of them women. And I had a client message me and she's like, oh my God, I put a picture on at the gym. Joanna, she's like, you should be so proud of yourself. And like, it's so good to see, like, now after years of massively yo-yo dieting, that I'm finally at a place, but I'm going to still struggle. I'm still going to have to need support and help, because my body is probably quite challenging, and it is probably vulnerable to put the weight back on. So I've got to be really careful and mindful that I've got plans in place for the future and how to keep the weight under control, because it's going to I'm going to feel better and feel like better in my health. And as I get older, I don't want like knee pain and eye problems and the diabetes. I don't want all that. I haven't got time for that. How can I show up as main character me if that is going to it's like a dark, depressing shadow. It overcasts my life, my weight. And even though I was a happy, bubbly person, that niggle of doubt was my weight. It was just there, that little voice on my shoulder. This podcast is sponsored by the My Nora app. If you or someone you love is experiencing coercive control, you need to know about the My Nora app. Created by Emma Davey, a survivor and advocate. This powerful app helps you safely collect evidence, protect your well-being, and take back control, discreetly and securely. Download the My Nora app today and start reclaiming your power. Just search My Nora in your app store now. And then I have started to think differently and making like different decisions, even like with my clothes. It's honestly, it's impacted my personal relationship at home. I had an amazing relationship anyway, but it's just made it even better because I'm not hiding and, want to more participate more in more things, because I'm feeling better about myself, wanting to go out more, not hide myself at home. And self-development is really about becoming more intentional with how you live. Not just drifting through days, reacting to everything around you, but actually choosing how you want to feel, how you want to grow, and how you want to show up. And the beautiful thing is, every single day you get another opportunity to raise your energy and realign with the person that you're becoming. And if you go back on previous episodes and you look at all the titles and, just jot them down and just think, right, I'm going to go back to that one. And make yourself a little bit of a plan. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to tell the world. Just think, how are you going to coach yourself? You might not be able to afford to invest in a life coach, but this podcast is free. I give out so many free tips. The things that work for me and my clients. You can find a lot of things online, but manifesting and fitness and like just goal setting and time blocking and habit stacking works for me. Like, I wouldn't have done, how would I have manifested the things that I've manifested? I manifest hard and the things come through because I'm also allowing, the universe to listen to me and look after me, because sometimes we are hitting hard with ourselves, and if we're hitting down on hard, then the universe isn't going to listen. So the universe is watching all the time, and it brings in the things that we need at the right time, because sometimes they're not. We're just struggling and we're resisting with the universe and manifesting. It's such, you can just look online, and manifesting is the process of becoming clear about what you want in your life, aligning your mindset and energy with that vision, and then taking action to move towards it. It's not just about wishing for something and hoping it appears. It's about clarity, knowing what you truly want. Belief, trusting that it's possible for you. Energy, thinking and feeling in alignment with that future. Action, taking steps that move you closer to it. And when your thoughts, feelings, and actions start working together, you naturally begin creating opportunities and outcomes that match your vision. So, manifesting is turning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions into the life you want to create. We always have to get rid of things in our life. And I was speaking to a friend the other day about this, and she's changing a few things around in her business. And I said, because what you're doing is getting rid of things that are serving you well. If you're at full bandwidth with something, if you are putting energy into something that you're not really getting that financial return to or that emotional return, we have to get rid of it. We have to cut it because we are on to the next things. And sometimes you might not have been committed into it. It might sound cryptic because I don't want to mention the person's name, but you might be doing something for a while and think this is amazing, and you're like, wow, everyone's wow, I can't believe you're doing this, and then like within a year you're like, it's not right for me, this, because you've got to try and test things to see if it's working. It's exciting, it gets your face out there, and sometimes it serves a purpose for confidence growth. Sometimes we do things to amplify our growth and our confidence and that main character energy. But once we reach that point where we actually we have to reassess our business and life and relationships all the time, because if we don't know what's going to be serving us well or not serving us well. We just need to just get rid of the things that are draining us. If we are spending time on things where you're just dreading it, and we actually get rid of it and you feel so relieved, then you're like it's when you're just doing something for somebody, or you're working, or you've took on a promotion, or you're doing, we all know these scenarios where we're like, I don't really want to be doing this, but I'm doing it, and it's really draining our energy. So we need to look at ways we can raise that energy. We can shift our energy straight away just by making decisions on paper. So sometimes we might not have taken action with what we're going to be doing, but if we're writing it down, we're manifesting, we're writing a goal, this is the next 3 months, this is what I'm going to be doing. When I changed from working in gyms and our hairdressing, I love doing both, but I got my salon at home. I can't be working in gyms. It tires me out. The hours aren't appropriate for my son, and a lot of them now you have to do classes. So I can't just go and train somebody. If I could do that, maybe I could do a few a week. But I just changed. And when I decided not to go back into gyms, even though I do miss it, and I loved the energy, it really lifted my energy. I knew I wasn't quitting it. I was doing this online. I was moving up. I see people that are working in gyms, that have been working in gyms for years, and I look at them and think it's time to move on to new pastures, because we're getting older as well. I'm like, I don't want to be an old PT working in a gym, feeling keeping up with everybody. I want to feel like I'm also helping people in other ways, not just in physical ways. So if it's physically tiring me out, then I had to make a decision. I was going to launch a podcast. I had a 5-year plan from lockdown was to write a book, set up a business, and have freedom. And have that abundance. And I got that, I've done it. And 5 years felt so long, and I was like, 5 years? But I did it pretty quick, and now I'm just living it. And I'm like, right, what's next? I'm collaborating, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm having my photo shoots, I love it. No way would I have had a photo shoot, especially not at the weight I was. We did a photo shoot the other day, and I was taking pictures of Kimmy, and you've done amazing, Kimmy. I know Kimmy loves my podcast, and she's lost 8 stone. And it was just gorgeous to see her energy and she's always been beautiful and had that energy online. But to see something, sometimes things hold us back, but to see her growing, so she's still growing and doing things for her. And it's confidence, isn't it? Sometimes people can look confident, but we're not always so confident. Things can get us down in our lives. We don't know what's going on in people's lives, do we? Or businesses. People could be struggling in all different ways, because we have to keep a roof over our heads. We have to keep doing work. We can't just quit our jobs. We can't quit what we're doing. But I'm always reassessing all the time. Cut things out. I want ease. I want to be able to go to the gym in the morning and work, and then go and see my friends. And when I get invited places, to be able to say yes. I don't go out drinking. I like more work on self-development, so business and how I can improve that, because I've got to an age now that I want to do that. I want to continue growing me and everything that I do around me, and that's what I teach. That's what I do when I do one-to-ones, or if you want to work with me longer. I actually had to pause there, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So if you want to work longer with me, we can do Zoom. I'm not sure if I've already repeated that. So we do once a week on Zoom, whatever day you want, whatever day I can fit you in. And yeah, we can work on some goals. So I actually had a lady ring me. She was ringing me on Facebook. I've just connected with a new lady. So as you know, Harrison is the only one in the UK with MSL2. And I've just connected with a lady who's just reached out and said she's just got a diagnosis for her son. There we go. There's somebody else out there. So she was ringing me, so I answered the phone. Then my client came and I had to stop the podcast. And I'm like, it just goes to show awareness and reaching out. Like, we wouldn't know people existed. And the thing is, like, now I'm a little bit further down the line. And I'm there to help people and support people. When you're young, when you've got a younger child with a new diagnosis, you don't know what the future holds. Because I was always like, oh, what's it going to be like when he gets to 8? What's he going to be like when he gets to 10? Is he going to be able to do that? Is he going to be out of nappies? Is he going to be like not playing with Mickey Mouse? Like, he's still doing all those things. So nothing seems to have changed. And the similarities with our children are very uncanny. Like, they're just... yeah, they look similar. They got similar like facial shape and like the blonde hair and the pale complexion. So there's definitely something within the DNA of MSL2 and like how it like perceives itself. Everyone seems to be like blonde with blue eyes. It's funny, isn't it? But I imagine it might just be, and there seems to be a lot of boys as well. So, but yeah, there we go. So I've never had to pause the podcast before, but since then, I've had 2 great clients in, so I've just done the hair, so that's changed my energy. My photo shoots pictures have just come through. Kimmy, you are amazing. Kimmy will be listening to this. You are a superstar. I was nearly crying at looking at all of them. I'm like, wow, 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 wow. She's made me feel amazing. I'm so excited. I've already put a picture out there. I'm like, oh, can't wait to do all my social posts, get all the content out there. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's just like lifting my energy, that as well. So yeah, so it's funny, like since I last was doing this podcast, I had to pause. I've like made people happy. I've connected with somebody else. I've had my photos done. I'm now preparing tea. So, it's just like incredible, isn't it? Like your day can shift so quick. But we are able to make our day shift by getting ourselves out there, by doing new things, or just taking a leap of faith. Sometimes that's what we need, a leap of faith to do something different within our lives. Or I was just talking to a client that just came in the salon and she wants to start aqua aerobics, and I used to do it with my mum, and I said to mum, maybe we should do some day sessions within the week, because I think it's nice that they've put some different timetables on. And I said to the lady, I said, you come and meet me and my mum. Like, I'm happy for you to come and meet us at the gym, because we have the same like lash lady, and me and my friend have been to the gym this morning. And I'm like, if you want to come to the gym, join the gym. I'm happy. I mean, I can't commit to meet you all the time, but like I said, come and meet me. I can show you what to do. Like, if someone's there to help you to learn how to use the machines, that's the great thing. It is scary going into a gym, and I get it sometimes. Like, I think when you're over like a certain age and then you go into a gym and it can be a bit off-putting. There seems to be a lot of younger people in the gym, like very fit and like athletic people, and it's hard. It's a big thing. A lot of women that used to come over to me like, well, you're just a mum and like you're just a normal shape. And I mean, I was bigger then when I was personal training. Like, now I've lost the weight. They're like, well, you make me feel comfortable. Like, I see you fit and jumping up and down. So yeah, I said, well, that's what I want to make. Fitness should be inclusive to all. There shouldn't be any barriers to fitness. That's why I did all my qualifications, like cardiac rehab, pre and postnatal, GP referral. I did all my qualifications because I knew personal training doesn't stop at level 3. Like, oh yeah, let's just teach you how to do things. I would not have been able to be ready for somebody coming in saying, well, I'm on this medication, and I know that people out there, and especially of like my age, we've got like fibromyalgia, arthritis, menopausal. I knew I needed to be equipped for anyone that walk through the door. And I've worked with people that have been on a heart transplant list, or people that have had cardiac, they've had strokes, and they've had heart attacks, and they've had revascularization procedures. Didn't bother me. People, I won't work with them people. I'm like, why not? All it is about just checking the heart rate, checking, making sure they're healthy, they're taking the medication, getting to know a bit about the medication. I want, if I was to turn that person away, they walk away and they're who do I find? Who is out there that's really qualified enough to take on somebody at high risk? Because most people that you see in classes and they're doing fitness are jumping up and down, doing all these crazy things. Not everybody has that, and I am all about inclusivity. And obviously I worked with deaf people in the gym before because I do British Sign Language, so I'm quite diverse in that. So that's why I miss personal training, because I miss helping people. But I know I help people on Zoom, and I can help people through my podcast. So people want to work with me and call me, I'm there. I can give you that advice, I can give you that confidence boost, do the things that you want to do, and obviously share whatever you want to share with me online. So obviously I did my counselling and my life coaching, and I bring it all together with my fitness, my manifesting. It's just a big, whatever you've got going on, I've kind of got you covered. And if there's anything that I feel like maybe I should recommend you to somebody else, then that I would normally do that. So I wouldn't gatekeep you for me. I would make sure that you're getting the right support, because sometimes I have other friends like Nicola, the hypnotherapist, that maybe think, you know what, let's go a little bit deeper. I'm going to recommend you to Nicola, and Nicola would to me. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go now, just cooking dinner. I am going to watch some TV and just relax for the evening. So anyway, don't forget to send me a message. If you've not bought my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, it is available on Amazon. And send me a message, and don't forget to leave me a review if you haven't done yet. And share this episode on your socials. I would love that as well. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Happy manifesting, and I will speak to you all on the next episode. Bye. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my link tree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.